people know this, but a fried chicken salesman in the 1970s made a movie about the Zodiac killer in order to try to catch the real Zodiac killer, and it almost worked. Tom Hansen was a businessman in the 1970s who owned several fried chicken and pizza restaurants in the San Francisco area. At the same time, there was a sadistic serial killer calling themselves the Zodiac who was wreaking havoc across Northern California and began writing cryptic messages into various local newspapers and police precincts claiming credit for various crimes. Tom Hansen was following the exploits of the Zodiac in the news and was very disturbed by them. But then he had a very odd idea. You see, in the cryptic messages the Zodiac was sending in, he was constantly referencing movies. And so Tom Hansen realized that he knew three things about the killer. He likely lived in San Francisco based on the pattern of his crimes. He was most likely an attention-hungry narcissist because that's just kind of the MO of serial killers. And number three, he loved movies. And so Tom Hansen theorized that if he made the world's first movie about the Zodiac killer and staged a huge premiere for it at a big theater in San Francisco, the Zodiac killer wouldn't be able to resist going and seeing a movie about himself. And they could stage a sting to capture the Zodiac killer at the theater. And so that's exactly what Tom Hansen did. He scraped together $10,000 and spent about 2 months making the world's first movie about the Zodiac killer called The Zodiac Killer. I've seen it and it's not very good. But he rented out the RKO Theater in downtown San Francisco and held a screening for the movie there. He partnered with a local motorcycle dealership to get a free Kawasaki motorcycle. So everybody who came to the movie and bought a ticket would also fill out a raffle ticket and put it into a box for a chance to win the motorcycle. Little did they know that there was actually somebody hiding inside of the box who was taking every single raffle ticket as it was being put into the box and checking it against handwriting samples. They placed a huge rolling freezer next to the raffle ticket box, and if the person inside of the box found a handwriting match, he would radio a guy hiding inside of the freezer who would jump out and grab the Zodiac killer. They only had one guy designated to hide in the box and check the tickets, and they didn't work out a system for bathroom breaks. So at one point, the guy left the box unattended and went to the bathroom for several minutes. Also, they didn't properly ventilate the rolling freezer, and the guy inside of it passed out and almost suffocated. So the plan failed and they didn't catch the Zodiac, but when they were looking at the raffle tickets later on, they found one where somebody had written "The Zodiac was here" on it, and the handwriting matched the samples. Could have been real, could have been a prank, but here's where it gets even crazier. At some point during the night, Tom Hansen was in the bathroom peeing. A guy walked into the stall next to him and said, "Blood doesn't come out like that." And Tom Hansen claims that when he looked over at the guy, he exactly matched the police sketch of the Zodiac killer. Tom Hansen called the police and they detained the guy temporarily, but ultimately they let him go because they just didn't have any evidence that he was the killer. And real quick, if you like my videos and you want to see more in-depth writing from me, you can do that here.